Hey guys, welcome back. Chase here. We're coming in hot after the beta, and we got had a lot of updates. The beta sort of spoiled a lot for us to see what the game's going to be like. And they actually responded. They responded in the Chinese server. Space Planet translated it and sent it out. Um, and it's going to answer a lot of our questions. It's going to show us that they're listening. Unlike IGG, who didn't listen to literally anything, this company is listening and adjusting based on our recommendations. That's huge for the longevity of a game. But let's get into it. One of the major things that people were asking, what are the AG rates going to be like? And I have the calculations right here. No, not everyone is pay to win, and that's okay. As long as you find a way to experience the game and have fun in your own way, that's okay. But there are a lot of people that play these games for the pay to win lifestyle, myself included, and being able to really tune in on and hone in on a character and see what it's capable of. Not, but money's nothing. I mean, you can find ways to have fun. But here is the AG rates as a comparison. Under IGG, you got 3,000 AG for 2750. That's 109 AG per US dollar. Bags, I used Lucky Bags as the metric. It was for 11 bags, it was 3,000 AG. That's 2750 for 3,000 bags. User Joy, you get 3,000 AG for $100. So it looks worse, but you got to stick with it. That's 30 AG per US dollar. The best version of the bags cost 200 AG compared to 3,000. So it'd be 2750 for 3,000 AG, which is 11 bags. So 2750 for 11 bags. This one is 660 for 11 bags, and the drop rates are slightly higher. So you get 18, you get four times more with your AG, and that goes across the board. That's with everything like skill crystals, etc. That's across the board, um, which is fantastic. Your dollar is going to go further if you want to spend. If you can only afford to spend $5, that $5 is going to go a lot further than it did on IGG, which is great. Now on to the important stuff, the stuff that Space Planet shared. So first and foremost, we have a roadmap for what they're going to be releasing and when, and how long it's going to take to get there. That's massive. People want to know when these expansions that they loved are coming up, and now they know, which is they're communicating with their player base. Oh, it warms my heart. IGG didn't communicate anything; they just did it. Random things would come up. This is great, and this isn't even the best part. It's a really good part, not the best. Launch 130 is going to be the level cap. Day one, launch day. These are the systems that it's going to have. Guilds, guild farms, guild search, enhancement, pets, rankings, Angel Academy, which is the graduation thing, Domain Battle, which is Holy Battlefield, Beginner's Guide tutorial, real time translation, passes. They do have season passes for Angels Online. I don't know what's gonna be in it because in the beta there was only potions, so we're gonna find out if that's worth it. When the game goes live, I'll make another video about that. Online rewards, login rewards. Login rewards are pretty big. Those came in IGG and they gave you a pretty steady supply of just random things like teleport books, stuff like that. After 3 months, Battle Angel stage. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the Holy Bat. It's not the Holy Battlefield. That's up here. Is that War? Oh no, that may be Angel Arena, where it's 1v1 fights. Once you die, you get eliminated, and then it goes up, and the last two will fight. I think that's what that is. Angel Arena, and then they're gonna release the houses after 3 months. 6 month, 6 months. First major revision. Major revision, major update. I guess not a revision. They're gonna add 150 level floating island dream update. What was after floating island? Candyland? Might have been Candyland. Uh, New and old totem battle systems after 6 months. That's great. And then World King. Is that a war boss? Maybe that's new. I can't think of what that would be. World King. That might be the tower. Remember the it's PVE. There's a ranking system for it. and Olympus Tower. That's what it's called. You clear a floor. Once you clear that floor, you go to the next floor, and you go till the end, and it times you. Number one will be the person that completed all floors the fastest. I think that's what it. Maybe I'm not. I don't know what else that could be, honestly. 9 month meta revision. We didn't have the card system. They're giving us a new card system. Um, Hopefully some buffs to make cards mean something. Like they didn't really mean anything in IGG. Um, because the how hard the cards were to get didn't match the boost that it was giving to your account. So the stat ones, as a mage, you would do all of those because because SA is more important than attack for IGG. So you would do them just for the SA. You wouldn't do them necessarily for melee. In 1 year, 170 item, 170 level, prehistoric park, Jurassic, Pharaoh. They're gonna add the fusion system and the battle mech system. I don't know what the battle mech system is. I always thought battle mechs were just the robots for producers. Unless it's like a pet system of sorts. I don't know what this could be. That's foreign to me. I have no idea. But they're gonna release fusion system, item fusion, and all that wasn't in the beta. Looks like they're not gonna release until 170, um, which is pretty good because a lot of stuff you got from that would be crazy. Um, and it also might open the pet fusion system. I don't know if that was updated. That's something I forgot to check when I played. Like I said, I only played Friday and Sunday for a couple hours each day. Not a lot of time. Okay, that's all exciting. A roadmap is fantastic, so we know when we can play our favorite expansions. My favorite expansion, it might have been Candyland. I think that's what Time Dream is. I think that's Candyland. That was probably my favorite expansion. The dungeons were fun. The bosses and the map were fun. It was a cool. Some of the maps were really cool looking. Some of the mobs were really cool looking. That's probably my favorite. Let me know in the comments what your favorite expansion was and why. There's a lot of ones coming up. Jurassic was a pretty popular one for everyone else. All right, let's go to the next part, the more important part. It's already at 7 minutes, so let's try to speed it up a little bit. Um, this is a Q&A. These were found on the Chinese server and translated for English. That's why a lot of the other words might not be clear to everyone. Can Star Blessing not be released during um, open beta? Yes. Yes, please. The Star Blessing system let you skip expansions. So, I saw people leveling in Forest and as like level 60s, which means you're skipping Atlantis and Dungeon. You're skipping those two whole expansions. Like why? And that's by not necessarily pay to win things. Like you buy the bag that gives you a level 50 staff, that gives you a massive boost. You do your Star Blessing system, which does cost a lot of money, but in beta you could sell the enhancement hammers for a lot of gold, like millions upon millions of gold. Um, which I hope that will be fixed. They didn't address that here, but it's going to give pay to win a lot more leverage over free to play. But you can also drop the gotcha bags from bosses. You can kill bosses and get those bags. So literally, you could get the gear with those bags or the enhancement hammers with those bags from camping bosses. Um, so that not being released allows us to go back and have to do the content, have to do the expansions, which is what making us do it this way is better for the longevity because it gives them more time in between the expansions. Will there be the old totem battles? Yes, that's something we all want. The old totem battles were so much better. They changed it in order to lessen the lag in the totem battles in IGG and I guess in AO Taiwan, but I don't think that fixed it because it was still lag. Like in IGG, you couldn't even have your spell graphics on when you AFK'd for a longer period, even a shorter period, because your game would just lag into oblivion. If they fix that, they don't need the new totem battle system. Um, but their answer was plans to remake old totem battles. Whew, praise the Lord. Whether old and new coexist and fixing existing issues is still under discussion. So they're going to remake the old totem battle system here. There's a period. And then whether they're going to be old and new combined or, sorry, at the same time or fix existing issues still under discussion. So we have the old totem battle system coming. Great. A lot more fun. Will the issue of mages being too powerful be adjusted? That was adjusted semi with Star Blessing not being released. Um, and the adjustments are already in progress, which means they could be nerfing mages or buffing melee. We don't know. Typically, melee are their attacks are stronger because it requires more to hit them. You have to be close by. You have to kite. You have to chase out people trying to kite you, etc. So they should be hitting for more. Mages have range. That's their benefit. Event times, time zones, announcements, and in-game clocks be clear. UTC8 will be added to every event so players confirm the activity times. They're 12 hours ahead of me, so when I look at event time, they have to be like, okay, plus 12 hours for me, or minus 12 hours from the UTC. Will some quests that can't proceed normally be fixed? I didn't experience this. Under investigation, single step with multiple objectives only lets you fly to one. So they want you to be able to jump from quest to quest. Really cool. It'll speed up a lot of things. So when you have to change factions to do those achievements, it'll make that questing. You don't have to walk 3 maps consistently over and over again. Will the overly aggressive sensitive word filtering be adjusted? Currently be adjusted. I don't know what that is. They're saying it's overly sensitive, overly aggressive sensitive word filtering. You're When you play games like this, you have to understand that they're probably going to have some sort of filter. A lot of times it's off. You can turn it off and you can turn it back on, but they don't necessarily need to add that. And especially where they're releasing this game in countries where, primarily for another country with different laws than the United States, they may want this for their country. Like they may want this to just be the how the game runs because they don't want that negativity within their culture, their society, or their country. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't experience this, so I don't really find there any word filtering to be an issue. Will excessive spam slash ads be dealt with? There was a lot of spammers in chat. Just spamming bulk rap, trying to sell you stuff. A setting to hide super ads will be added in the system settings, and blacklist feature will also be strengthened. You know what else I love about this Q&A? They're giving straightforward answers. They're not giving a paragraph long answer that doesn't mean anything, and you still don't know what the answer to the question is at the end. They're giving very straightforward answers, and if they're planning more, they're telling you we are planning more. We will be doing this. It's insane. We're not used to this at IGG. So this right here is such a breath of fresh air. Can the custom decomposition fusion system show values directly without animated pop-ups? I um, think this is just to make it easier when you have to spam it. So you know when you have like 200 lucky bags in your backpack or 500 of an item that you have to click twice for, this will help because that makes click less clicks. It'll be able to be opened faster and be able to spam faster. So this just gets rid of the tedious nature of things. Further observation will be carried out. That's the one that's like they didn't really give a straight answer. It means they're looking at it and they're aware of it, I guess, which is great. Already better than IGG did, but I don't know what this means. None of us do yet. Can repeatable quests be increased? Adjusted to 20 times. Some they're probably adding it. I didn't find this to be an issue. I can't think of one quest I wanted to do 20 times. You do questing for achievements, right? Like that's why they're in this game. A lot of people don't play like that. They're not going to follow the main storyline and stay the proper level when they can just jump up in levels. Um, so can't think of a quest that I would do 20 times. Will the beginner skill experience orbs be fixed? I didn't experience this. I'm assuming that means the orbs weren't working or they were working too well. Like you could use them multiple times or something like that. I didn't experience this, so I don't know what that means. But even so, it's already fixed. Will equipment below level 50 have its level restriction adjusted? This was a big one because level 50 gear from the item ball, or level 50 gear in general, during the beta could be equipped at any level. In the item ball, you can buy the level 50 bag and then get the item, the weapon, and it's equipable at level 1, which means you're going to skip a lot of content. You're not going to have to go through Thorn Wasteland and stuff like that, which is kind of whack. But it will be revised, changed to no level restriction for below level 30. I thought this was a mistake on their part when they didn't put a level on level 50. Apparently not. They did it on purpose. they changed it to level 30, which is pretty big because um, 35 is when you get the Nightmare Cave armor, which is really strong. But with the systems in the game, you might be able to skip that anyways. But even so, level 30, the stats on a level 30, the stat jump between 20 to 30 is not massive. The stat jump between 40 and 50 is. And then even bigger between 50 and 60. Because they started jumping up a lot faster and the power level jumped up. This, great. I don't see myself. I don't know. Maybe I will buy a level 30 bag if they're selling it. Use level 30 weapons instead of level 1. Um, Deleting an account is too easy to trigger accidentally. Will it be adjusted? Yes. Verification will be added to prevent accidental deletion. I didn't try to delete my account, so I didn't experience this at all. But it's being, it's already confirmed to be worked on. This is fantastic. This shows all the players, this shows everyone that they are listening. They're doing everything right here. They are showing people that they are listening. They are adjusting things that need to be adjusted. The only things that we didn't get an answer on is the one I mentioned earlier, in that whether they're going to have United States-based servers, so that U.S. people didn't have latency issues. I didn't really notice it. Maybe there was for me. I just didn't notice it. I didn't play a lot. Um, but I also didn't participate in Holy Battlefield because my game kept crashing. I have no. It's my computer. It's been doing it with like League of Legends and stuff like that. Um, it's a memory issue, I think. But anyways, I didn't get to play enough to experience latency issues in Holy Battlefield out because I was just crashing. So we'll see. That's the only thing they didn't mention here, other than the one I can't remember what I mentioned before, but other than that one. But this is exciting. If you guys can like the video, comment it whether you liked it or not liked it, and share it with your friends. Um, they have this program going on. If your video gets 500 views or 1,000 views or like 7,500, I'm never gonna get 7,500. I don't have enough people um, to get that. But if you could share it, give me 500. Whatever I get from the 500 AG, someone posted it before. Whatever I get, I'll just give away to one of you guys that comments on the next video of me in the open beta. Um, I don't really do this for money. I don't care. It's not crazy amounts anyways. Even if it was, like, who cares? Um, so maybe give it to a free to play player. So I don't know. I'll do something. I'll give it away somehow. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in 2.5 weeks now. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 2 weeks, 4 days, 2.5 weeks, and we are live. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.